Once again, I welcome you to our series on communication. I want us to look at the 7 forms of communication and get to a detailed understanding of what these forms imply and how they apply to our daily life. One, we have verbal communication. Verbal communication is, for instance, what I'm trying to do right now. Verbal communication has to do with spoken or written words. Uh, so many people would prefer to write what they want to speak. Many others are able to have it off head and communicate. If you are not very sure about the ability of your brain to capture intricately what you would love to communicate, it is better that you write down whatever you want to say in its correct order so that you're able to communicate effectively. Otherwise, your communication might not be effective if you are not sure of your ability to effectively communicate without following from some script. So verbal communication involves the use of words or writings to communicate. Non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication is the use of body language, more especially, and paralinguistic features to make communication. It is usually said that there are many words that are spoken without words. Whenever you're talking to somebody, you have to take a keen look at many of the things that they're not saying. Somebody can come to you complaining of a condition, and yet there are other underlying conditions that the body is speaking about. Often, if you are to look at the kind of facial expression they make, if you are to look at like their positioning, you might tell that this person could have gone through some form of GBV or some situation, but is talking about something different. So you have to observe physical signs. Then you'll be able to tell what somebody might not be saying. That is called nonverbal communication. We also have intrapersonal communication. Now, intrapersonal communication, this is when somebody speaks within oneself. It's very important means of communication. It is more especially for reflection, for meditation, and for getting deep into understanding yourself. Now, intrapersonal communication is very common usually for dealing with our spiritual being, our spiritual self. Common in prayers, in, for instance, traditionalists who do traditional things. There's so much of this, speaking with themselves. Some people call it quiet time. You need to get your own time and then cut yourself off the physical and then get into the spiritual and then speak to yourself. Reflect about your life, meditate, and see what happened yesterday, what happened today, and what we really want tomorrow to be. We all need this time where we have a time to communicate to our own selves, reevaluate ourselves, and see how to move on. You also have interpersonal communication. Interpersonal communication, this is speaking directly to another person. This is not between you and you, but it's between you and others. That is interpersonal communication. We also have extrapersonal communication. Now, extrapersonal communication involves communication with other entities that are not humans. We have seen several people who speak to birds. For instance, kasuku is a bird that once you speak to, it can respond to you. Okay, so speaking to like a bird or to an animal, people speak to their dogs. Please go and do this, and the dog goes and does it. People who plow using oxen, you tell the oxen move this direction, and it moves that direction. That is called extra-personal communication, communicating with other entities that are not necessarily humans. We have mass media and media communication. So mass media and media communication, I will combine the two, usually involves communicating to a large number of people using multiple media means. For instance, newspapers, televisions, radio sets, using the internet, for instance, using channels like WhatsApp, YouTube, Facebook, and like for this case, I am taking advantage of a YouTube channel to make a communication to a good number of people. And this is a very good means of reaching out to many people within a particular period of time. And in these regards, thank you for listening to me and for watching. Please like and subscribe to this mass media means of communication.